And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Kassarian, and welcome to another episode of my SMP series. I'm actually alone on the server today. As you can see, I am quite literally alone on the server today. So what are we going to be doing? Well, I'll show you guys a couple things right off the bat. Alright, so today we're going to be working on IC2 eventually, but I want to show you something. I finally decided to print out my base, and I've been working on it. You can see the door there is now gone. Well, it's not really gone. There's something parked there, but anyways. And we have this instead. Nice, huh? I actually got a little artistic and built this. And to open it... Whoa, how do we do that? Well, that's pretty easy, guys, actually. Let me just open up that door again. Let me break... Oh, we got some tick lag going on. A fair amount of it, too. Alright, so these things are advanced drawbridges, alright? And what you can do is, they're facing up right now. And this slot you can actually use to camouflage them. So if I take this off, you can see, oh, hey, look, that's actually a machine there. Right. Now what these do is when they're applied with a redstone signal, they take whatever's in their inventory and they spit it out above them, okay? Now if I cut off their redstone signal, they open up, see? And then if we give them back their redstone signal, of course it's going to be difficult, because I don't think I have any... Oh, yes, I do have some smooth stone on me. There we go. And we'll just drop that guy back on. And in the interface, you can actually specify how you want them to deploy it. So in this one, I have, different types of stone from the chisel mod in there, so that my mod, the drawbridges, know which order to deploy stuff in. Oh, I should probably show you the wiring, considering I do play tech mods. So this is a system that's actually pretty complicated. This stuff is red alloy wire from Project Red. Okay, let's look up how we make it. It's actually not too bad. It's a little spendy, but not too bad for me. You need to get a red alloy ingot. How do you get a red alloy ingot? You need red iron compound, which is redstone, around a single iron ingot. When you get this stuff, you put 3 red alloy ingots together, and you get 12 red alloy wire. Now the cool stuff is that, as you can see, this stuff goes on walls, it can go on ceilings, and it can connect, finally, and importantly I need some more calcite, it can connect these things. These are logic gates, alright? These things are monstrously important, okay? They're basically handling all of the functions of the system. So, for example, I wanted to have these drawbridges stay closed, okay? I wanted them to stay closed even when I'm not pressing the button. Well, they deploy whatever's in them on a redstone signal, and they retract whatever's in them when that signal is removed. So what I did was I put in this thing. This is a NOT gate. You can see Wayla's telling me its inputs and outputs, and it's pretty simple. Anyone who's ever worked with computer logic programming, reprogrammable logic boards, VHDL, CPLDs, or any other sort of logic programming system will know what a NOT gate does. A NOT gate takes whatever signal comes in and inverts it. In Minecraft's case, the easiest way of saying that is, if it's unpowered, its output will be powered. Okay? If its output is powered, if its input is powered, its output will be unpowered. If its input is... Right. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm confusing myself now. This thing's a state cell, and that's a little trickier to explain, alright? It's best just to show you guys. So let's just throw a lever down. Let's give it power, alright? So you see, as soon as I activate it, it turns on this signal right here from this output on the front. Okay? And then I'm going to release it. And you can see it'll tick, it'll tick, it'll tick. And then as soon as it reaches this little redstone torch, it's part of the system, it'll cut off this signal, but it'll tick on this side right here. So what I'm actually using this as I'm using it as a pulse lengthener, because the buttons aren't quite as long as I want them to be. So I'm using it as a pulse lengthener. Very nice. Very nice. You can also... Can I do this with you? No, it's not going to connect. If you input from the back, you lock its state. So no matter what else happens around it, it's not affected. All right. I'll do a tutorial on that. I think I also have some old Red Power 2 tutorials as well that'll be useful. But what this creates is a very nice entranceway for us. So I could just press this button. Walk right downstairs. Nice. I've also, you can see, been working down here quite a bit. Cleaning it up, prettying it up. Oh, these are inverted blue lamps from Project Red. As you can see, I've been using quite a few of them. The lamps in my entranceway are inverted blue cage lamps. What do I mean by inverted? Normal lamps are on when a redstone signal is applied to them. The inverted lamps are on until a redstone signal has been applied to them. So think of them like they have their own integrated NOT gate built directly into the lamp. Something I quite appreciate, actually. How are you doing over there, buddy? You nice and full? Ooh, you're out of canola seeds. Alright, well, we should go fix that. So, yeah, I'm just kind of prettifying my base, making it look a little bit nicer. This stuff is all futuristic armor block out of the chisel mod. I may work on this a bit today and show you guys. You guys are already all familiar with clear glass. I'm still figuring out what the heck to do with this thing, though. Kind of did that, and I don't know if I want to continue it, but whatever. We have the futuristic armor plating on both up and low. Yeah, so it's working out pretty well. And you can also have an L exit into the outside world over here. See, this was actually the original entrance to my base, right? This is where I originally came in. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm actually doing some work here. And we have a little cave system back here. Might be turned into something fun, who knows? And, of course, we have the unfinished basement. Awesome. So for today, I'm probably going to do some work on IC2. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Nick's away. Nick does a lot of IC2 as well as me. So I think that's what I'll do. Just show it to you guys. And, yeah. That will be that, because why do I keep missing my floor? I need to do something better about this. Because, quite simply, we could use some IC2 machines, especially the compressor, just to boost our diamond supply a little bit. I think server needs a reset. Alright, guys, why don't I go reset the server, bring our TPS back up to something vaguely reasonable, and I'll be right back. Alright, so what I'm working on right now is a new building, and I'm using the chisel mod to do it. So all you need to do to use the chisel mod is to get yourself a chisel, a stick, and an iron. You right-click it, and just drop whatever you want to make in here, and I want some more stone panels. Yeah, so I logged out the other day. I was just doing some work off camera, and I logged back in and I was dead and half my stuff was missing. So, yeah. Okay, so we're getting a basic building set up here. That's pretty nice. I'm kind of trying to move away from my 9x9 not pretty designs. I'll probably pretty this up off camera when I'm bored and have some time. Just want to get it up a little bit more here. I'm still going to have monsters dropping in on me from the roof, but that's okay. Let's switch that. And that's the nice thing. Once you chisel them out, you can always switch them back to whatever you want. So you never have to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have like a billion of these things laying around. Where did I put my axe? Hatchet. There we go. Oh, I forgot I have something. I have magnet mode turned on. Hold on. Wait one. I was doing some assistance for someone who decided to drop a quarry over a whole bunch of water and was strangling the frame rate on the server. Alright, so let's do this and that, and let's just get this finished up. And I'll make this a little prettier. Oh, for heaven's sakes. And I'll make this a little prettier once we, once I get to the point, you know, once I get some machines in here, you know. So you guys are probably wondering why the floor is only a certain... Oh, really? Really, really, really? Really? Hey, I apparently can't parkour today. Let's do this. And by the way, guys, you can chisel just about anything. All right? You can even chisel dirt if you really want to. All right, so there we go. We now have a room. We have a beginning of a building, at least. Now, Nick was kind enough to make me a bunch of IC2 machines. Just want to get some of the junk out of my inventory here. Hey, stop that. Just a bit of the junk. I need another barrel for stone, don't I? Well, I'll put that up somewhere. All right, IC2. So Nick was kind enough to make us a bunch of these machines. I have compressor, an extractor, a macerator, and a generator, and a bat box. Awesome. And some tin item casings. Most importantly, I have the forge hammer and the cutter. The forge hammer is made like this. Cutter is made like this. And compressor, extractor, macerator, generator, bat box. Got some rubber wood. Did he give me an extractor? Yes, he did. I do like you, Nick. You think of everything. Okay, so let me go start putting these machines down, and you guys can see crafting on these in the future. Macerator. The extractor is the most important one to go down first. Absolutely the most important. Okay, so what are we doing with this? Well, this is the way... I can't put anything there, so we'll go extractors go here. There will be, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. What? 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. 3. There should be an extra block here. I'm going to bump that wall out, aren't I? Okay. Whereas this is fine, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes, okay. Yes, that is essentially a fancy up. I think it's not a 9 by 9. I think it actually goes up to 11 by 11 now. Okay. So let's get back in here, and let's take a look at what we're going to be doing. So the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need power, and I'm going to want to make a bunch more IC2 machines. But as part of that, we're going to need rubber, because rubber and IC2 pretty much go hand in hand. Okay, I'm not going to do that now. That is not what I want to be doing right now. Okay, let me just drop some stuff off here. Drop some of that stuff off. Drop that off. Okay, there we go. Bit of a cleaner inventory for me now. Okay, so what are rubber trees? Well, rubber trees are one of the primary blocks from IC2. They are one of the most important blocks. Now if I go 1, 2, 3, bum, 1, 2, 3, bum, 2, 3, bum, 1, 2, 3, bum, 1, 2, 3, there, and 1, 2, 3, there. All right, and they're kind of interesting in the way they work. 1, 2, 3, bum. In that, when you get rubber, you're not just getting straight out rubber from the tree. You don't. That's not the way it works. What you get is something called sticky resin. All right, and it forms in these specific resin holes. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a device to extract that resin out of the tree. It's called a tree tap. It was made just like you saw. And let's drop that back in there. All right, let's get some bone meal, shall we? Ah, good. I have some. The nicest thing about IC2 machines, about IC2 rubber wood trees, is that they don't work like vanilla ones. Boom. Boom. Just one click on each of them. Okay. And so you get all these trees. Now what? Well, you can't see any rubber sap. Well, you can. See the orange things here? These are the rubber holes. Or the resin spots. And we're just going to clear away the leaves. Oops, I did not mean to do that. This thing's a little faster than I thought it was. And let's fix that. That wasn't one with a rubber spot on it, so let's just fix that. There we go. And let's finish just chopping down these leaves here. Not saplings, they're leaves. They, however, do give you saplings. So yes, once you have a rubberwood tree, or two, because they do have a lower drop rate than normal trees have with their rubber saplings, the advantage is that once you have them, and you have enough to really start a farm going, it's basically exponential growth. And trust me when I say, over the course of your career, you will need a lot of rubber. And I mean a lot of rubber. So let me get these trees cleared up here. Oh, darn it, really? Okay. I forget how fast these hatchets actually are. Alright, let's get that done. Yeah, this looks good enough for government work. Yeah, okay. Good enough for now. Alright. So now to get the resin out, all you need to do is just right-click on that rubber spot with your tree tap. And you always get at least one, right? But sometimes you get more. And sometimes... Oh, nope, there you are. And sometimes you get up to 3, up to 4. Yoink. And sometimes you even get more than that. I think 3 is the max, maybe? 3 or 4 is the max. I don't remember which one. I'm having a bit of lag tonight. Interesting. Okay, so we have a fair amount of rubber now. 13 pieces of rubber. That's not, you know... I'm not swimming in the junk, but it's not terrible. Let's put it that way. Now, I'm going to run over to Nick's place, and I'm going to hope... Oh, I need to harvest this one here. This is the flax that we're grinding up for lubricant for our water wheel. I put a barrel above the hopper because I was sick and tired of feeding that thing overly manually. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and you get a lot of flax seeds from one of these farms. And this isn't even really full size. This is like partially sized. So I'm just going to do this bit of off-camera stuff. I'm going to see if Nick has any coal coke cooked up, which I kind of hope he does. Otherwise, it's going to make my life a little bit more unique. And I will be right back. Alright, so the normal way to get rubber early game is to stick your sticky resin in a furnace and get it cooked up. And when it cooks up, it'll cook up into exactly one piece of rubber. Should have just wound up right over there. Awesome. I have a lot of crap in there. I need to clean that out at some point. Exactly one piece of rubber. But you saw we didn't get a whole lot of rubber from that machine. So what we're going to do instead, this month please, what we're going to do instead is we're actually going to throw it into an IC2 machine known as an extractor that Nick was kind enough to make for me. Why did you just phase through the floor? You are not... I don't understand. Okay. However, we can throw the rubber into the extractor sometime this month. However, it's not going to do anything because it doesn't have any power. And that's why we're going to get ourselves our generator and plop down our generator right next to it. Actually, do I want to do this? I want to do this. Okay, what we're going to do first... I left my pickaxe over there, didn't I? Ooh, okay. Let me run downstairs and grab that, and I'll be right back. So we're going to need one quick item before we get started. And it is called a wrench. It is the IC2 wrench, and it is very important. The IC2 wrench allows you to move and rotate machines, just like the crescent hammer does from thermal expansion. Now, the thing is that rotation of machines is much more important in this mod than it is in pretty much any other. And I'll show you why in a couple seconds. So, the other thing is, don't try and pick up these machines, except for the generator, with your pickaxe. If you break up a generator with your pick, it's fine. If you tried to break this machine, you'd get a machine block back, which is basically the machine frame of industrial craft. Don't do that. So let's put down... Don't throw it on the ground. I don't know what's going on with my connection today. We'll throw our bat box down. All right. Now, the bat box is a cube with 6 sides, because it's a cube. Right? Right. The one with the dot on the front is the output. Every other side is an input. You cannot output from the input or input from the output. It doesn't work that way. Pick him up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put him down. But even if I powered him, he wouldn't give any power to the extractor because the extractor is on one of his input sides. What we can do is we can click on a side to change rotation to that side, or we can shift-click to make it rotate around 180 degrees. So you can place the dot on the opposite side. Now, it doesn't matter where we put our generator, all right? We just plop our generator right down, and I'm going to throw some coal coke in him. And he's going to start running, okay? And let me actually turn on my fuel tooltip. I want to know that. I want to know that. I don't care about that. Tunnel bore, solid fuel firebox. Okay. And it's not tooltipping. Anyways, it is generating EU, trust me. But it's now also running this extractor, which for every piece of sticky resin you process turns into 3 rubber, which is not a bad trade. Now we're going to put the compressors. We're going to put the compressors over here. Okay. And this will eventually be a bit wider there. And we're not going to put down the macerators yet, because those will go in this line over here. I'm kind of doing a 3-room setup here, so that's why it's coming out like it is. Right now, I just want to make sure this extractor stays running. Okay? And we provided this thing with a fair bit of power. So I'm going to throw a couple more pieces of coal coke in, and that's going to keep running. Don't worry, this isn't the power source we're going to be using permanently. We will be switching it up and using something a little better and a little more efficient. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, yeah, let me bump out this wall here, and I'll be right back. All right, so from that amount of rubber, of sticky resin, we got 40 rubber out of it. Now let's pick up our bat box. And you notice if you pick it up with a wrench, it stores its EU, or at least some of it, all right? It doesn't store all of it. That would be asking a little bit too much. The compressor does exactly what it sounds like. It compresses things. 4 bricks. It is needed to make some plates, dense plates, compressed plants. You can turn coal chunks into diamond. You can do quite a bit with this thing, actually. Sand to sandstone. Not too shabby. 9 energium into an energy crystal. That sort of thing. Awesome. So, however, I can pretty much hear you guys in the background going, Kess, you know, this is all well and good, man. But seriously, I don't want to be doing this manually. What are you, nuts? Like, alright, yeah, guys, alright, fair point. Fair point is a fair point, you know? That would be a little crazy if you had to move around your generator every single time. So that's why IC2 gives us cabling. And cabling is an incredibly important part of this mod. Alright, let's take a quick look at cabling, and I think we're going to have to end this episode for the day, because I think we're just about out of time. So cabling comes in a couple different varieties. You have copper, tin, and let's just look up cable. Okay, let us look up how cable works. That's not it, there we go. So you can see we have copper, gold, HV, and tin. Alright, and you make the cable bit, and then you put rubber around it to insulate it. Alright, so let's get some of this. Let me just show you the recipe for... That's not the recipe. That's the recipe. It's a copper plate and a cutter. Gives you uninsulated copper cable. There's also a machine that will do this for you. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at how this works. And let me actually get a cutter and a... Let me pull our cutter and our hammer out of here. And do I want to use copper? I don't need to use copper. So each tier of machines has a different power level, basically. And each power level has a different cable associated with it. Right now, things aren't exploding. I wouldn't recommend putting... Follow the rules even though they're not doing anything right now. Because the IC2 guys could change that and not tell anyone. And if that happens, they don't want to be blamed if, you know, you guys derped and didn't do things properly and you know, all your machines just blew up. So don't complain at them. It's not going to be their fault when your machines blow up. Another thing you oftentimes have to do is reformat these to save on some inventory space. Other thing that you can do as well is chuck stuff like tools you're not using this instant into your backpack. Awesome. I don't need that. 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 And I don't need that. And I don't need that anymore. Okay, good. So now I have a vaguely cleaned up inventory. All right. Let me... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it a little bigger than I usually do. Okay. So I'm going to dig out... Let me actually just... I didn't want to do that. No, I'll put it there. I just want to dig out like a quick little area under here just to kind of give you guys a quick demonstration of how you generate and transmit power in IC2. Because as I said earlier, it is a huge part of this game. So let me just, I'm pretty much just going to break out a tiny little area back here. Awesome. Okay, so let me pick up the magnetite. Then let's put down our generator. Okay. We're going to be sending the power up back from this, actually. So I put a space in right here, which is where the power is going to flow. Okay. So let's take care of this. And I want to put it where I put my ladder is making this difficult. Okay, so I'm not going to keep that as a permanent ladder. I'm actually going to have that be where the power transmits. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my generator here. I'm going to put my bat box above it. And this is one of those positions where you kind of have to jump and right-click and hope you get your timing right. And then let's just connect up our insulated tin cable like that. And I don't even have... Hold one. Nope. All right, I'm going to have to pillar out of here. Excited dirt moment. Okay. So now I'm just going to take my tin cabling. I'm going to combine it with that and get some insulated tin cable. Pretty nice. And we're just going to run it up like so. Okay. Oops, I'm out of tin. What do I do now? Well, let's get some tin. Oops, that's not... No, don't go down there. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Hey, derpy derp derp. That was a derp. That was a major league derp. Alright, I should have cleared this area out, but I'm kind of like pressed for time and recording quickly now. Okay, and that's always when I start making stupid mistakes. Okay, so let's get our tin. Let me just do 2 for right now. And I'm just going to hammer those down into plates. Alright, then I'm going to take the plates and cut them into uninsulated cable. And I'm going to take the cable and insulate it out. Alright, not too shabby. And I'm actually not going to have it on this level. I'm actually going to have it 1 level up from here. Or 2 levels. No, 1 level. So let's come over and down. And now remember to pick this thing up. Use your wrench. Alright? Even with your wrench, there's a chance it'll just drop a machine block. But it's a much, much lower chance. So you don't have to worry about it as much. Alright. So now we have our extractor there, and we should have at least some power in our generator down here, right? Ooh, green cave crystal. Or in our bat box. We have about 8,000. So let me look up coal coke and see. I thank you for showing me everything. Alright, you're not showing me my tooltips. Fine. Let's just put 3 in there. Or not, apparently. Alright, we can do that. There we go. And now that's going to start charging that thing up. Alright? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to be hiding this all behind this wall panel. Okay? And we really won't have to worry about how these things are turning out. Okay? We'll put some chests down here with ejector upgrades. Don't wonder what an ejector upgrade is. And yeah, we should have an IC2 room up and running in pretty much no time. So this, let me take a look at something and I'll be right back. My video sixth sense was correct. We are now at 28 minutes. So I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been Mr. Kasarian, solo today. I wanted to get this done because I know Nick has been playing a lot of IC2 and I didn't really want to hold him back. So this has been Mr. Kasarian. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give me a like, comment, subscription. Hey, let Nick know that you appreciate his work on this video series too. Go check out his channel. Link should be in the description below. Also, guys, let me know how you like my new editing system. I'm really enjoying it, and being able to actually get this audio nice and cleaned up for you guys is really exciting. All right, this has been Mr. Kasarian. As always, guys, happy mining.